everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, you're peeling back the velvet curtain on one of the most haunting films of the year, The Ugly Stepsister. Directed by Emilie Blichfeldt, with cinematography by Marcel Ziskind, costume design by Aim Daltorp, and production design by Flo Fagerly. This team didn't just make a film, they built a nightmare, stitched from trauma, beauty standards, and raw physical suffering. In interviews, they describe the shoot as visceral, emotionally exhausting, and a test of endurance. Let's explore the top 5 most brutal scenes and the creative agony behind them. Cinema. The Ugly Stepsister. This is the scene that made audiences squirm and critics gasp. Elvira undergoes a grotesque cosmetic procedure. False eyelashes stitched directly into her eyelids. To capture exactly what Elvira was seeing, cinematographer Marcel Ziskind designed a custom macro lens rig that mimicked her blurred, blood-soaked vision. The lens was coated with a translucent red gel to simulate blood tears. Frame rate was slowed and jittered to reflect her disorientation. The camera was mounted on a trembling gimbal to mimic her spasms. Actress Leah Myron wore sealed, prosthetic eyelids and opaque contact lenses to simulate blindness. Between takes, she whispered, "I can't see myself anymore." Flo Fagerly recreated the surgical room with sterile whites and chrome tools, but added subtle pinks and golds to reflect Elvira's desperate pursuit of beauty. Director Emilie Blichfeldt said, "We wanted the audience to feel trapped inside her skull, not just watch her pain, experience it." On to number 2, toe severing, fitting the fantasy. In a twisted homage to Cinderella, Elvira slices off her toes to fit into Agnes's slipper. But prosthetic foot was filled with pressurized fake marrow, which squirted on impact. The sound design used crushed celery, wet leather, and bone snaps. Leah fainted after the second take. She was shaking. "We kept rolling," said Blichfeldt. 3. Tapeworm vomit, turging the body. To lose weight, Elvira swallows a tapeworm. At the Royal Gall, she vomits it up in a velvet-lined powder room. Vomit was made from egg whites, dyed rice noodles, and gelatin. Leah held it in her mouth for nearly a minute before release. Aim Daltorp had to redesign the gown 3 times due to acidic staining. "We didn't rehearse the vomit. We wanted real disgust," said Ziskind. On to number 4, nose chisel reshaping the self. Dr. Esthétique chisels Elvira's nose while she's awake. The brass face brace she wears afterward was real and suffocating. Leah wore it for 9 hours straight. She couldn't speak or breathe properly. Flo Fagerly designed the brace using antique dental tools and Victorian torture devices. She cried between takes. "We all did," said Blichfeldt. On to number 5, staircase collapse. The fall of Elvira. Elvira, mutilated and desperate, crawls toward the prince. She falls down the marble staircase, breaking her nose and chipping her tooth. The fall was done by a stunt double, but Leah insisted on crawling herself. Her knees bled. Her breath was real. Ziskind used a handheld camera to follow her descent. No cuts, no music, just pain. On to final reflection. These scenes weren't just horror. They were protest, a scream against beauty myths, social cruelty, and the violence women endure to be seen. "There's only one Cinderella," said Blichfeldt. "The rest of us are the ugly stepsister, bleeding, crawling, stitching ourselves into someone else's dream."